Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at VirtualBox and we're going to be showing you how to install a new VM and install Windows 10 on that VM. So let's go ahead and go to virtualbox.org and we're going to download it for the Windows host since we're on a Windows platform. Then we're going to open up a new tab and we're going to go to this web address here, which takes you to the Windows 10 installation media. So we're going to download that as well. Once that's downloaded, we're going to go ahead and run it. And you should get these terminal services that pop up. Hit accept, let that run. We'll go ahead and get VirtualBox installed, which I already did, so it's pretty easy. You just go through the next steps. It's pretty self-explanatory. So on here, we want to go to new, and then we're going to type in Windows 10. And if you want to change your directory, that's where you can change it here, but this directory is fine. So we're going to hit next. And then I'm going to give it 4 gigs, so that's 4096 in megabytes. So I got 32 gigs, so I got plenty of memory. So it just depends on how much memory you can give it. If you can only give it 2 gigs, and because you have maybe a 4 gig system, or I wouldn't even do virtualization on 4 gigs. I'm sorry. At least you should at least have 8 gigs, so then you can give 2 gigs to the Windows 10, and then you got 6 gigs to your computer. So hit next. It's going to go ahead and create the disk. That's fine because we're not using an existing one. So we hit create. VirtualBox disk image. This is just the type of disk image it's going to be stored with. So because if you do VMDK, that's usually like VMware. VHD is like Windows and server base. So VDI is just fine for us because we're just creating a simple VM here with Windows 10. Hit next. Now this is where you can adjust how much storage you need in that VM. 50 gigs for me is the default, and that's all I need because I'm just strictly testing. So hit finish, and now we're at this page. Before you start it, we need to get that Windows 10 ISO. So let's go back to our Windows 10 setup. So we're not going to be doing the upgrade. We're going to do create installation media. Hit next. This is fine if you're doing 64-bit, so just hit next. And then this is where we need to change it to ISO file. So we hit next. And now we can save it where we want on the computer. I'm just going to select desktop here. And save. So right now it's going to be downloading the Windows 10 installation media into an ISO onto our desktop. Once it gets downloading, we can go ahead and mount it into our VirtualBox Manager. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video, wait for this to download, and then we'll continue on. Alright, it's all downloading, so now we can go to Settings, and then go to Storage, and then select on your empty storage device here, and go to choose a disk file. And you can see on our desktop, there's our Windows 10 Pro ISO. So go ahead and double click on it, hit OK. And now we can go ahead and start up the VM. So once we start the VM, it should ask you here if you want, yep, and there it is, if you want to boot up to that startup ISO disk, and we do, so go ahead and hit start. And go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. So we'll just wait for this to load up, but basically now it's like almost like another brand new computer, and we just need to do a fresh install of Windows 10. So let's go ahead, that was pretty quick, so we're going to hit next. And then install. But yeah, it's that easy, you guys. You just get the Windows 10 ISO, install VirtualBox or another hypervisor that you want to use. I don't have a credit key right now. We're going to do Pro. Hit next. And then I agree. Custom. And then select that 50 gigs storage array that we created earlier. Hit next. And now it's going to be doing the installation process. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here and continue when it gets done. Alright, it just got done installing. It just rebooted already. While we're waiting for it to start up, we can come back here and go to settings and then go to the storage, and we can go ahead and remove this ISO by just clicking here and do remove disk from virtual drive. Hit OK. because now we don't need it anymore now that Windows 10 is installed. So let's go ahead and continue. I'll go ahead and pause this again and wait for this to fully boot up. Alright, now you get to the region area. Go ahead and, of course, select your region and hit yes. And I'm in the US, that's fine. And I'll go ahead and pause it because this can take some time because it's basically reaching out to Windows updates to see if there's anything that needs to be updated right away. So I'll go ahead and, I won't bore you with this and pause it again. Alright, once we're past that part, we're going to do personal use because this is just a test VM for us. We're not doing a domain connected PC or anything like that. And we'll do offline account for now. Alright, we'll do limited experience. And we'll just do owner. And we won't set a password for it right now, so we'll just hit next. Then I'll hit no on this. And decline. And I just like removing all this because it's just a lot of stuff you're sending to Microsoft, so I just say no to everything. Yeah, accept. And those are the final setup steps. So we're just, like I said, I'll just go ahead and pause this again and wait for it to actually have the start menu and Windows 10 loaded up. So I won't bore you again with this. So I'll go ahead and pause it again. Alright, we are now loaded up into Windows 10. There you have it, you guys. You're all set. Internet's working, everything should be good to go. So there's your test VM with Windows 10 running on VirtualBox. Thanks you guys, hope this video was helpful. See you in the next